the more you come to terms with, my beautiful Starseed family, come to terms with that we live in a world, on a planet, ruled by negative soul groups, by negative beings, by evil people who do not have our best interest in mind, okay? They don't. As long as you come to terms with that, and as soon as you come to terms with that, then you can know how to deal with what's happening. But we have to keep this in mind. We have to come to terms with it. And sometimes, you know, I wake up and I think, wow. And I think, is this really happening? Has this really happened? Did I really one day awaken to the fact that this is not such a innocent, normal, free, beautiful world with good people in it who are just trying their best, who just want the best for us, those who rule the world? One day I woke up finding that it's not true. And I keep forgetting it, but it's okay, you know. I'm going to tell you, it's totally okay. Because when we know truth, when we know what's happening, then we can deal with it, then we can make better choices for ourselves, and then we can choose how we want to live, all right? So I'm going to talk about that a little bit, so stay tuned. You are divine. Now, where is the Cosmic Empress now, you may ask? I am in Germany again for a little while to visit my mom, right? This is the train station. This is the city of Oberkirch, a beautiful little city. It's really cute. It's about 10 p.m. and it's still light out. And yeah, it's very, very nice. And it was very easy for me to come here. And this is one example, my friends. Oh, look, there's some event going on. Ooh, let's check out what that is. One example of me traveling in this world, through this world, weaving my way through the agendas without being compromised, without being affected, is one example of how it is possible, my friends, how it is possible to be in a place where negatives rule the world and still have a wonderful life, still be free, still be sovereign, and still have an amazing life, okay? Ooh, yeah, there's something happening there. Maybe it's some kind of wine tasting. I'm gonna go see in a minute. But I just want to tell you, I came here. I've been traveling nonstop for about a week, right? I went from Botswana to Zimbabwe for 2 days. Then I flew down to the capital of Botswana. I flew across to South Africa, Johannesburg. I flew into Germany, Frankfurt here. And you know what? Nobody ever asked me for any kind of paperwork, you know what I mean? Nothing. I just went through the borders. They just stamped my passport. No one asked me anything. I didn't need to show anything. So, you see, when you rely on your divine guidance, when you're impulsed, it's time to go, it's time to move, it's time to travel, you can do anything and go anywhere without being coerced or forced to do anything. So you guys know that I have never put stuff on my body that they're wanting us to put in. I wear a mask sometimes when it's necessary, but on this whole trip, I never had to show any kind of V-passport, any kind of test, nothing. I just went straight through. Here in Germany, you see, like, do you see anyone wearing masks? No. There is a restaurant. I've been to restaurants, events, different places. Nobody asks for any paperwork. So I haven't had to do that. So it's possible. And you're saying, oh no, but it's coming. Okay, but whatever's coming, I'm not going to be there. The divine guidance is guiding me to be where I need to be free and sovereign in this unsovereign world, right? So that's an example. So let's go and see what that is over there. Okay, so, oh, there is something happening here. Some sort of, don't know what they're doing here. Looks kind of fun, doesn't it? I'm trying not to be so obvious. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at this. Wow, this store is open. I think it's kind of like an open door type thing here. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Wow. What fun. Nice, 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 nice. Oh yes. Should I go drink a glass of wine, my friends? See, this is a little town. It's beautiful, isn't it? Anyways, my friends, I want to talk about what I started to talk about in the beginning of the video here, that as long as we know and we're aware that this world is being ruled by negative people, we know the new world order is trying to come into place. Oh, look at this. Wow, beautiful, isn't it? Look at so many people here. Wow. Ooh. This is like a little festival. Look at that, so many people here. We awakened ones know, and we're very aware that we do live on a planet with a lot of negative polarity. I actually feel that planet Earth right now is at one of the deepest points, lowest points of the cosmic outbreath, right? When the Big Bang, or whatever you want to call it, creation, explosion of creation happens at a very high level, then the universe expands outward, downward. The different dimensions are created, the lower dimensions. We come from high 12D creator source. We individuate ourselves into lower dimensions, into such low dimensions. It's kind of like this, right? From up we go down and we go up again. We're at the lowest point of the cosmic outbreath where duality is the strongest. And one thing you have to realize, that what's happening right now for us awakened ones who kind of know what's happening, who know the agendas, who look beneath the surface, who know about the negative soul groups, who know about starseeds, who know who we truly are. For those of us who know, it is important to realize that we are divinely perfect at the lowest level of the cosmic outbreath, where duality is so strong, where the dimensions are very dense, that the other parts of duality, that is the very, very low, the very dense beings, realities, also going into the negative dimensions, and negative beings are attracted. They can exist in these very, very low cosmic outbreath places where we are right now, right? Before we go back up again, that's called ascension. We descend, we ascend. And we are in the process of ascending, but we are being pulled down by these very, very low vibrational, very negative forces of duality. But it is divinely perfect, because that's what happens. That's just what happens, right? Wow. Okay. Where should I go? There's so many people here. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going, and let's just keep talking, okay? So basically, and look at these people. Look at everyone here. Every single person that we see here is dealing with the state of the world in their own way. Each person that we see right here is their own universe, lives their own reality, makes their own choices, creates positive or negative reality. We all have a choice. We all have a choice, right? So, are you liking this, guys? So the point of the matter is this. Wow. Ooh, take a look at this, my friends. Whoa. This is the town I live in. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Music, yeah? Nice. Whoa. Hey. You see, unexpected surprise for me, this beautiful street fest. So, as you can see right here, every single person has his or her own reality that he or she creates. right? So even though we have awakened to the fact that we are living in a world ruled by negatives, what has been demonstrated here is that no matter what world you live in, no matter what is around you, you have the power and the choice to create your own vibrational field, to pull in the experience that you want, to create your own reality. And this is really true. This is really true. And I think I have demonstrated this in the past few years as well. So if you think, wow, what's happening? We are hearing a lot of negative things. We are hearing and maybe feeling the effects of the negatives trying to change our timelines into a more negative one. We know this. They're doing it by, I would say, medicinal warfare. They're doing it with time warping technological warfare like CERN. Everyone's talking about CERN right now, where there are different realities and timelines being created and being cracked open. The negatives who rule the world are trying a lot of things, but my friends, everything that negative people, soul groups, beings try to put into play, okay, that they try to put into play to control humanity, to create a different timeline. We, the awakened ones, the ones who don't want to play along with it, the empowered ones, the ones who know that we are in control of our experience. We can use everything that they're doing and turn it around and use it as a springboard. Use it as a springboard to create a different reality, an opposite reality. If CERN is now cracking open timelines, let them crack open timelines. What are we going to do? We're going to take that timeline that they're cracking open. We're going to put light into it. We're going to put our consciousness of the divine paradise matrix of Mother Gaia into it, and we're going to create an upward moving, even higher timeline. If they're trying to create a downward moving timeline, you understand? If they're trying to do medical agendas, we're going to awaken to the fact, and we're going to know by what's going on what we don't want. We're going to be awakened to step more into our sovereignty and power when before we were maybe a little passive. The more darkness we see, the more we are being impulsed to shine our own light and to act, to put ourselves out there, to raise our vibration, to speed up our process of spiritual awakening. The Great Awakening was impulsed by the Great Reset that they're trying to do, right? Sometimes a little bit of negativity is necessary to snap us awake, to snap us into action, to have the sleeping people suddenly realize what's going on and spring into action. So that's what I'm trying to say. If those who rule the world are really, really putting the pressure on, I mean, they've put the pressure on in the past few years. How have you reacted? What have you done? How have you dealt with it? And that's the thing. The more pressure is being put upon us, the more you are being called to sit up straight, to stand up straight, to walk your walk, to talk your truth, to spread your light, to not give in, to become a master, to step into your purpose. And what is your purpose, dear Starseed? You came here without exception to help this planet move into a higher timeline, to help you and all the others with the Ascension process, to help empower others, to shine your light, to do your work as the divine starseed being that you are, to bring awareness to humanity that they don't have to descend, they can be free. They don't have to comply. They don't have to live in fear. Each and every single one of you came here with a purpose to bring light into this world. Right? Is that not true? And everything you see around you, the dark ones, the ones who are really trying to bring us down. I mean, did you see the faces of these people? The Germans, they love to party. They really do. And I just felt joy, happiness, elation, positivity in that crowd. And if you say, oh, they're sleeping, they don't know. every single human being is trying to deal with what's going on in their own way. And I think they're succeeding. They're happy. They're happy. They're doing their thing. They're doing their best. I'm doing my best. So let us not judge how each and every single one of us deal with the situation that's happening right now. Some are awakened, some are not. What you have to worry about is how can you move your way through the agendas? How can you deal with the rules, the regulations, the way the world is going? What should you focus on? And I tell you this, do not focus on all those negative truths and truther tales too much. Yes, it's good to know what's going on. We know, we have to be aware. There are negatives who are ruling this world. But don't go too deeply into it. Don't focus on it too much. It's an underlying knowledge. I walk around with the underlying knowledge, but do you think I focus on it? No, I focus on walking around town, spreading my light, being happy, listening to my divine guidance so I can move through the rules, so I can be free and sovereign, so I can spread my light. So I'm not pulled down every day by the truthers' dark reality talks. We know that these negative things exist. We know that horrible things exist. There's a lot of people who are like leaving this planet early, especially elder people who've been V'd and boosted. Suddenly they're not doing so well. Suddenly they're getting sick. Suddenly they're leaving this planet. Why? Why? When they were perfectly healthy, why is it suddenly happening? I mean, we know what's going on. We know what's going on, but do you see me sad? Do you see me completely destroyed by this? No. I have compassion. I have feelings. My heart is open, but I also know that every single human being has free will and choice in the end. We all have a soul that speaks to us. It's up to us if we listen to it or not. It's up to us what we do with all this information. And it's up to us to, in the end, always come back and focus back onto the beauty of our Mother Earth and how our Mother Earth is meant to be. I am being guided to live in a way that I can see and feel and embody that paradise matrix, the Christ consciousness stream, all the time, all the time. Even if it's not in front of me, I bring it forth from within and I emit that positivity to the outside so that wherever I go, the paradise matrix comes apparent and can manifest, and that the Christ consciousness stream that I live in is broadcasted everywhere, right? That is what I do. That is what I do. So don't be too sad. Don't concentrate on those fear-mongering news. Oh, sir, they're splitting the timelines. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. What's going on? Wow, the New World Order. They're having these secret, or well, not really secret, these meetings where they're deciding the fate of humanity. Really? Really? Are they deciding your fate? They're not deciding mine. And I'm humanity too. They're not deciding my fate. Do you think anyone but me is deciding my fate? Come on. No. No. Those who choose to have their fate decided, okay, well, good for them. You choose differently. But my point also is that every single person is exactly where they need to be and where they choose to be. And that's perfectly fine, and we have to accept that. Okay? So my friends, yes, the world is being ruled by negatives. Okay? But they cannot control you. You are more powerful than anyone or anything in this world and in this universe. You're a divine, powerful creator with free will and choice, and nobody can override that. Oh! Look at that, look at that. Remembering that you are a divine, powerful creator, and no one can override you. No one can take away your choice. It's an illusion. Right now, here in Germany, it's almost as though this whole thing never even happened. When I'm walking around here, everyone is happy and free and everything seems to be normal. It's as though nothing ever happened. It's very strange. It's very strange. I know it's different in other parts of the world, but That's one example. I have felt free and sovereign since the very beginning of this whole mess. And I choose to stay and remain free and sovereign. And do you believe, my dear friends, that anyone can change that? Do you think anyone can ever tell me what to do, what to put in my body, where to go, where not to go? I do whatever I want. I choose to live how I want, and nobody and nothing can change that. And that's for you as well to know. So, knowing that those who rule the world are negative is important. But don't let that stop you. Don't let that put fear in you. Don't let that subdue you to the point where you turn your focus and attention only on that negativity. I don't think about it that much, my friends. It's like an awareness in the back of my mind, but I look at the beauty, the beautiful people, the beautiful relationships, the wonderful things in my life. I focus on that, and then my life becomes wonderful, and miracles and magic happen that allow me to live how I want, even though the world might have different rules. And that's what I wanted to tell you today. So don't worry. Don't worry. Everything that comes to you that's negative, use it to your advantage, to turn things around as a springboard to bring more positivity into your life. Because it's possible, and that's what I do. All right? Okay, my friends. I love you guys. Be happy. Don't worry. We got this. We got this, I promise you. As long as I still go on YouTube and show you that life can be beautiful, you can do it too. And I'm not going anywhere, all right? Thank you so much. Love you all. Ciao, Cosmic Empress.